Kings have their stories to tell us, and we have a lot to learn from their stories. An endless fountain. Dear students, just read this line, third last line. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, whatever we have heard, whatever we have heard or we have read about these mighty kings, they have a story to tell us. An endless fountain, yet if they are not alive, still we have a lot to learn from them, because they are leading us to an endless fountain. Here it is also a tinge of motivation that John Keats has mentioned very clearly. He is motivating us to live life in such a way where you make it great. We make it great by inspiring others. So these deads, these people who are no more, who are lying in the coffin, who are there in the dooms, are yet they are inspiring us with their deeds, with their virtues. You remember, if you'll just if you'll check out your second stanza, in your second stanza there was they mentioned very clear, John Keats mentioned very clearly about gloomy days, about despair, about disappointment, but rest in other stanzas you will find out he's talking about positivity. Wherever you find a pessimistic outlook, you have to find such kind of an attitude that leads you to happiness. That even those people who are dead are teaching us something, are telling us something. An endless fountain of immortal drink. A drink, if I take such kind of a drink which is immortal, which will make me to live in the hearts of every human being till the time this world is alive, till the time life is alive on this planet Earth, pouring unto us from the heavens brink, from the heavens brink, from the heaven, something is pouring down and is bringing us happiness, and is bringing us happiness. Dear students, this particular poem, A Thing of Beauty, written by John Keats, is often not understood well by students, because rest other poems are very easy for you to comprehend, for you to understand. Please take a minute, if you have the book in front of you, just check out any line, any word, anywhere you find a difficulty. Please ask the meaning so that I can make this topic more clear to you. A Thing of Beauty, joy forever. Already a message has come that this meeting will end in 10 minutes. So please see, I have completed making you understand each and every line of this poem. Please ask questions if you have doubt anywhere. Just to recapitulate what we have done in these beautiful stanzas written by John Keats, A Thing of Beauty. Please do not forget to mention about Greek legend, this beautiful story, your myth that has been taken from your what John Keats is mentioning, Endymion. From this actually, your poem is actually an excerpt which has been taken from his book Endymion, right? And of course, yes, Cynthia, Mount Letmos, Endymion, young shepherd, and then moving around, talking about universal beauty, the moon, the stars, talking about divine beauty. Divine beauty is, of course, when he's mentioning about sheep, when he's talking about rills, when he's talking about clear water. Yes, he's also talking about those people who are not now alive, but who are there in their dooms, but we are still recalling their stories, we are narrating their stories, we are listening to their stories, or else we are reading them and we are understanding it in great detail. Children, now please ask your questions if you have any. If you have just flipped through, just go through, just check out if you have any doubt related to. Ma'am, could you please explain this line, made for our searching? Can you just tell the stanza, made for our searching? Okay, fine. Of all the unhealthy and overdark, made for our searching. Yes, inspired. We are searching. We refers, of course, here to that we all human beings are searching for a thing of beauty each and every corner of the world. But the beauty actually lies, where does the beauty lies? Beauty lies, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Even if you have seen one thing that is the most beautiful possession of yours, and even if you don't possess it, but if you possess it in your mind, in your imagination, it will always bring relief to you. Just imagine we being in pain. For example, if I am in pain, if for a minute I think of my child, or if I think about my mother, can that bring me joy for some time? This is what John Keats is mentioning here, because a line above and a line below he has mentioned about over darkened clouds that vanishes into nothingness. Those dark clouds vanish like anything when we recall something that has given us a joy in the past, even if it is ours and even if it is not ours. But yes, that thing is in our mind. He mentions about sweet dreams. He's mentioning about sleeping with beautiful memories of that beautiful thing. If you'll read this line, he mentions here that full of sweet dreams. Can you see this fifth line? Full of sweet dreams and health, and quite breathing. Therefore, on every morrow we are wreathing flowers. He is mentioning about spite of despondence. And here is your line made for our searching, what you asked for. Have I answered your question? All right. Anything else? Please ask your doubts, because your doubts will help me to make this poem more clear. Even if you have any doubt related to a particular part of the poetry, or a phrase, or a stanza, or the meaning of any word, please feel free to ask your questions. Yes, students, any doubt? Anyone? Are we clear with it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Right, students. All right. So now, I think we still have a few minutes left. If quickly I can read some questions from the book, quickly I'll read. Even if you want to respond, please respond me. List the things of beauty mentioned in the poem. So many things like the moon, flowers, musk roses, if you can recall that category of flowers that he's mentioned here about. Clear rills he's mentioning about. So many things. I think it's quite easy for you to answer. List the things that cause suffering and pain. Of course, yes, the vices, vices, vices of people, when we see over darkened clouds, that they are the ones who are probably hypocrites, or the ones who are not understanding, and they give us a different sort of they are the ones who are not responding to us well. They are the ones who unfortunately make us to live in despair, in the state that we are unhappy. What does the line, therefore we wreathing of flowery band to bind us to the earth? What does it refers to here, students? It refers to here about the flowery band, flowers that have bounded our earth. Any question that anyone is having right now? Should we end the meeting now? If it's clear, please tell me.